Welcome to the Tiny Farmhouse at Scout.
In the heart of downtown Durham, North Carolina.
I'm used to give all I have. I'm used to get nothing back. Wherever I go, it's the same. There's no excuses, no one to blame. Sometimes I can understand how it can be so hard to stay out of pain. But with you everything has changed, even though we both stay the same. Would you call me on the midnight train? Would you come over when nothing's right? Would you hold me tight in the rain, even as we're having a fight? Say you, say you, say you.
Okay, we can't wait to show you guys inside, but before we go inside, we have to stop and tell you guys all about what the outside has to offer. One of the really cool things about this property is if you saw the before and after pictures, you would not believe it. This property actually started out as a shed, and then the owner, Dion, transformed it into what you see today, which just honestly blows our minds. As you kind of pull in, you have your own private driveway, and even though you're kind of in the heart of downtown Durham and you're surrounded by houses, they've done a really unique job at making you feel like it's a private seclusion. And so as you can see right over here to my right, we have a outdoor seated area with a patio, some chairs, and also a gas fire. We actually spent some time out here last night just hanging out by the fire with some friends, and just the way that they have the patio covered, again, it makes you feel like it's in a completely private area. We didn't feel like we was encroached on in any way, and so we just got to sit out there and relax and enjoy the night together. They've done a really good job with the landscaping, again with the gravel road, but then they've also added some subtle touches of landscaping with the rose bushes and the wildflower garden. And then let me go and show you guys the porch. They have a beautiful full front porch, and the aesthetics of this just looks amazing with the light wood and the color palette of the door having that orange kind of pastel-y coral look to it. And then the pinnacle of the farmhouse has that like a cottage shiplap look to it, which again just fits in so well with this whole style. The front porch, like I said, is the whole length of the tiny house, and it just does such a great job of creating this inviting, welcoming place. We actually came out here this morning, had a cup of coffee and tea, sat on the front porch, and again, it just feels like such a retreat in the heart of a city. And so they've just done a really unique job at creating that tranquil feel in that city life. And so yeah, we love the outside. It looks beautiful, and again, just coming out here in the morning and enjoying it is such a treat. Okay, now I know what you guys are waiting for to get inside and see, so Ashley's gonna go ahead and take you guys inside.
Okay, so like Scott mentioned, you are invited in straight away. We love the color of this door, how much it pops, and the smart lock is really cool. It's kind of one of the fanciest smart locks we've seen, so I'm not gonna show you how to get in, but it's awesome. So as soon as you enter this tiny farmhouse, it doesn't feel tiny at all. You have these gigantic ceilings that go all the way up. There's another beautiful window to just bring in natural light right at the top. You have these grand views of a full wooden and steel galvanized ladder, and then your view is automatically drawn towards the kitchen and this nice little seating living room area. So what we love about this living room and dining area with all the seating is A, you have lots of seating options. The color palette that you saw in the exterior is drawn into the interior design, which is really cool. And you have some really neat areas to just kind of hang out and also take in the local art. So what's really cool is Dion, the guy who owns this Airbnb, he has local artwork throughout, local Durham coasters, lots of nods to the city and how to explore it, which is really cool. And it's just a nice place to chill, relax, get work done, eat some pizza. Okay, so now I want to show you everything that the kitchen has to offer. Okay, so here is what feels like an HGTV kitchen. It has everything. Out of all the tiny houses we've stayed at, and you guys know we've stayed at a lot, this is absolutely the most fully functioning tiny house kitchen ever. It doesn't feel like any of the details have gone missing. In fact, there's extra details. So this morning when we had a cup of coffee, I had coffee options, which is great. You have a French press, fancy coffee machine. It has everything. It has all the dinnerware, a full-size fridge, the oven, the stove, beautiful huge sink. It even has this really fun little kitchen pantry roll where we were just like writing messages to each other. But out of all of the tiny houses that we've stayed at, and you guys know we've stayed at a lot, this one is absolutely just fitted to the 9th degree. It is beautiful, it has everything you need, and with the accents of the subway tile and this huge window looking out to the trees behind you, it just feels like a breath of fresh air. And when we arrived, there were beverages inside the fridge for us and a nice little welcome pack, and those little details make a huge difference and just started our stay off amazing. We cooked dinner in here last night when we hosted our friends, and honestly, it's better than our kitchen at home, so it was great. So as you leave the kitchen, you have this nice little dinette area, the living room's right to my left, and it's great because you have this adjustable TV that has everything. You've got Disney Plus, so you can watch Mandalorian, Netflix, cable, all of the good stuff. And then right over here, I'm gonna show you guys the bathroom. Okay, so here's the restroom, and again, you have these giant ceilings, which is amazing, and you have everything you need from the vanity to the toilet to a beautiful shower, looking out on the trees again. But one of our favorite things about this restroom is that there's a washer and dryer in here. And out of all the tiny houses that we've stayed at, we've never been to one that has a washer and dryer actually in the tiny house. And that says a lot because this space is actually only 451 square feet. And so to say that they put a washer and dryer in here really just elevates your experience. And so one of the things that we really enjoyed about our experience, since the washer and dryer is right here, is we would just throw our towel in the dryer, get it nice and warm for when we got out of the shower, and it just felt very luxury, so we love that. But this is especially great for extended stays, or even if you're just here for the weekend, something gets dirty, you can throw it in the wash, and it's clean. And now we're gonna show you guys the master bedroom. So one other thing that we really like about this tiny farmhouse is how there's pocket doors everywhere. Just makes everything feel bigger and more spacious. So let's show you guys the master bedroom. Okay, so I love this bedroom. It has everything that you want when you want to come and relax and just get away and retreat. It's beautiful from the whole decor and design of it. You have this gorgeous queen-size bed, beautiful rug that kind of carries in the aesthetics that you saw throughout the rest of the tiny farmhouse. We have a TV, we have a nice seating area, a beautiful pocket door with this cool kind of antique looking dresser. We had robes to greet us, which was really fun. So you know we wore those and just lounged around in them. But this space is just really cool and well thought out because we also had remote controls for like the lights, the AC, obviously the TV. So it was nice when we were just relaxing in bed and we could adjust the lights and just turn them off without even having to step foot out of the bed. So again, this space is really special and kind of wraps up the whole vibe of the experience at the tiny farmhouse. You have that element of relaxation with this modern flair, and it's a house that would make Chip and Jo very proud. And so my final favorite thing about this master bedroom is the private access to the front porch, so let's go back outside.
Okay guys, we hope you have enjoyed the tour of the tiny farmhouse at Scout. We've had a fantastic time just visiting here. We actually still have another night tonight, so we're excited to just continue to enjoy this space. One thing that we've actually loved about this, because this is actually a staycation for us, this is actually in the next city over from where we live, about 30 minutes. But one thing that we've got to do is we got to bring the dogs along with us. So Tank and Star are with us, and that's just been amazing for us to be able to bring our pets with, and they're very accommodating to the pets. I mean, they even got the dogs gifts, and really just was intentional about thinking about them, which we love. And also one thing that's great is that the cleanliness of it, to say that it's pet friendly, is just outstanding. And I think that was even intentional with how they even did the design, with a lot of the hardwood like floors and just things that are just really easy to clean down, and just to keep that fresh feel. As you walk into the place, it feels very like a fresh of breath air, so bright and clean. And so yeah, we're loving having the dogs with us, and we're just loving to get to explore our own like city area. And we're also just a couple blocks from the Tobacco Trail, which is just like a trail that you can walk on, cycle on. We took the dogs out there and walked down there yesterday, and yeah, we're just having a great time exploring this area of downtown Durham.
Yeah, so we've loved exploring around. We're excited to get to explore around a little bit more tonight. And we'll actually link some of the top things to do in this area. This is the beautiful neighborhood of Southside Durham, and everywhere you look, there's gorgeous trees, beautiful homes, and a lot of cool things to just explore and visit and see. So we hope you guys can make your way out to Durham, North Carolina sometime. Most people know Durham for Duke University, Duke Hospitals, but there's so much more to explore and see. One really cool thing about the location of this tiny farmhouse is actually we're like less than a mile walk from the Durham Athletic Bulls Park. And I don't know if you guys have heard of the Durham Bulls or ever seen the movie Bull Durham with Kevin Costner, but that athletic baseball park is just down the street. And what's really cool is Dion, the host of this Airbnb, he's been amazing, by the way, but he actually has some other Airbnb listings that usually some of the baseball players rent out for the whole season, which is really cool. So there's a lot of character, a lot of charm here, a lot of things to explore and see and do, and we hope that you find your way coming to visit and stay at the Tiny Farmhouse at Scout someday.
Okay guys, so that's where we're gonna leave this tour. We'll put the link to the property below so you can check it out on Airbnb. Also, if this is your first time ever using Airbnb for this listing, you can actually use our referral code, and the referral price is always changing, so depending on when you're watching this video, it might be different, but I think right now it's about $60, and so make sure you also check out that referral code to get $60 off your first stay using Airbnb. And we really encourage you guys, if you're ever in the Durham area, to come and check out this beautiful tiny farmhouse at Scout.